about it, and that's what the show is all about. It's a Jiro Quest Show, baby. Don't forget to subscribe to the Jiro Quest Show YouTube channel. Do it. It's very simple. If you have a Gmail account, get on it. Quickly subscribe Jiro Quest Show. Off you go. Anyway, as always, my next guest on the show, she is a multi-award winning magician. Yes, I know, magic.
Met a gambler. Down through the years, he learned me many things. And in repayment for everything that gambler taught me, I decided I would share with him my most prized secret. It is within a routine I'm about to share with you all right now. So sit back and enjoy as I present to you the miracle. For this card trick, it uses simply 4 cards. I will now spread them out across the table before your very eyes. I will now attempt to erase the front and the back of each card. So as I erase the first card, the gambler, he was astounded. He asked if I could do it for a second time, so with that I spread out the cards. He could simply not believe his eyes. And it also ceased to exist on both sides. So he asked me to do it for a third time, so I placed the cards down on the table, and in the blink of an eye, the third card was erased on the front and the back.
I don't have my card with me today. If I do, I would have played some of the tricks and some of the magic. But this award-winning magician has been doing an amazing job. Is involved in a whole lot of when you talk about entertainment, creativity, name it all. This guy has been in around for a good while and is doing amazing. We had a conversation all the way from Donegal. Yes, I know the Donegal accent is the opposite way of how the Dublin will speak. But you know what? It's one country, one people, one voice. That's what we talk about on this very show. Guess what? My very good friend joining me on the show, Dillian Murray, is going to be joining me on the show today. And we're going to chat all the way through and a lot more conversation. But guess what? I don't want to give too much away because I want you to hear what he has to say during this conversation. Take it away. I know. Conversation. We'll be right back. Boom. Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Jiro Quest Show. As always, your host, Chris Honors. Thank you for joining us on the show. As we promise you every week, we always bring something special, something nice from around the world, from Ireland. You know, we're at home today. Guess who's joining us today? It's my one and only friend. He's a magician, but you need to meet this guy. In fact, let me slow it down a little bit. Hello, Dillian Murray. How are you doing today?
How you doing, Chris? Great to be here. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
You're highly welcome, my friend. It's good to see you. Long time. And finally, we get to meet you. Busy man yourself.
A long time. Finally, we at last get to meet. I'm so delighted to get on your show at last. We've had so many times we've had to reschedule. So it's great to take this time now to sit down virtually with you and have a conversation. So it's great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for coming on the show. So, Dillian, let's get to meet you. You know, as a magician, you've done a lot of, activities. You've been on a lot of shows. I just love to want to go deep dive on what was the starting point for you at that young age when you get involved or get into this type of profession. Share with us.
Sure. So, well, the beginning is always a good place to start. So I was born, of course, very young. And at the beginning, you know, I always had an interest growing up in magic, a fascination as a hobby. So I used to receive Paul Denver's magic set, God rest his soul, and he was my inspiration in magic, and to this day still is. And I used to perform as in little tricks and things just for a bit of fun, you know, for your friends and family and so forth. But it wasn't until I was around 12 or 13 that I began watching a magician in the UK, which is called Dynamo. And I connected with a story quite similarly in our upbringings, in our backgrounds and so forth. And I seen somebody coming from the same kind of circumstances and situations as myself, and I thought if somebody can defy the odds and get to the top, well, maybe if I work hard enough, I can do the same. And thank God I've not looked back since. So long way to
Mm.
go, but on the right path.
Good man, good man. And what country do you live yourself? Because I was going to ask you that before the show. I said, you know what, I'm going to ask you generally. So originally, you know, which part of the country you're from? I know you're not from Dublin, definitely.
Not from Dublin, no. I'm from down in County Donegal, so a small place called Cagey. So it's just down behind Dunlow. That's where we popularly known kind of around the world for the Mary from Dunlow Festival. So
Wow,
that's where I'm based. Yes. The most beautiful place
absolutely.
in the world. I'm biased because I'm from here. But there you go.
Look, you did absolutely well. It's a good blast to have you on the show. So, you know, come here, let me ask you more things about yourself. You know, you do a lot of magic stuff, you know, and, you know, are there more people involved in this kind of profession here in Ireland?
There most certainly is, and thankfully it's growing every day. There's a lot of people getting involved, and yeah, there's been quite a few over the last couple of years. You know, I've noticed that's been coming along, and it's great for the art, and it's great, you know, to see people developing an interest to keep the
Mm,
magic going, and of course
mm,
to move magic forward.
mm.
And yeah, it's fantastic to see. It really is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, you know, I like to hear things like this, especially when people are involved in a lot of things that they love most. It's good to really have more people get involved in it because that way it gives more promotion and it gives more attention and it gives you more challenge to get your foot going as well. So it's a good thing. I'm glad to be hearing that. You know, let's come back to yourself. You've achieved a lot of awards, you know, through your career all these years. Do you want to share more light of these awards that you've been on, please?
Sure, I've been very fortunate, Chris, altogether. You know, when I set out on this journey, when I began performing around, you know, professionally about 5, 6 years ago, I
Mm,
never believed then that in this short time I'd received so many accolades and things as I've done. It's very flattering, but to me, it's just when you love what you do, you know, awards and everything is great to get, but it's just part of what I do. It's nice to be received well, you know, locally, internationally, and so forth. But I won the Merlin Award last August. So that was presented to me in Scotland from the International Magician Society based in New York. So
mm,
their chairman, Tony Hassini, flew over for the presentation. And fortunately, I sat virtually, of course, because of the pandemic, my official Doctor of Magic degree, which is a thesis and a performance virtually, and
mm.
I've become now only the second person to receive the Doctor of Magic degree in Ireland in Irish history. So it's
Wow.
fantastic and great to be representing my country at that level, you know. So
Wow.
it's really good.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Bravo to you, brother. That's how we do it. You know, it's good
Yeah,
when you put all the effort to what you believe in and you have passion about. It's good to get the receiving end with a positive vibe like this. And that way you keep yourself on a high level and keep pushing. You know, talking about the beautiful award behind you there, let's talk about it because I was looking at it there like, okay, I need to
yeah,
go to that. Tell us about it.
absolutely. So this is the Merlin Award. So
Hmm.
I've become the third person to receive this in Ireland, and this is given out annually to magicians who have reached the top level of their craft. You know,
Hmm.
I'm very flattered to be considered amongst them. And it's the Oscars of magic, you know. It's a beautiful award. It's beautiful to have the opportunity to behold it in my hand and to receive it. And you know something, as I say, I'm very fortunate. So
You
it's
deserve it,
great to
my
be
friend. You
taken.
deserve it. You deserve it. You work for it, you know. So I mean,
When
it's
you
not giving. Yeah, go on. Go on, Delia.
yeah,
Go on.
when you consider the likes that's got this, you know, before me as in David Blaine, David Copperfield, and them, to
Hmm.
be, you know, and God rest Paul Daniels, my hero, that's received this. It's very humbling to think you'd be on a list with their names, you know, for history, you know. So it's lovely. It's a great thing. Very very special
Absolutely.
to me.
Absolutely. Delia, let me remind you back, you know, on your when you were growing up, you know, and when your family gets to know that this is what you want to do, what was it like for the recipients? Do they really kind of like, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose I've been very fortunate. I've got a very supportive family, as I do my mother. My, the particular an aunt of mine, Aunt Bridge is her name, and
Mm,
they have been a real driving force behind me, and they've always encouraged me. And it's not your typical thing. It's not, as I say, this normal job that people would have, as in like a banker or whatever, or a
yeah.
judge or whatever. But no, it's fantastic. For me, um, it was something I always had an interest in. People allowed me to give me the opportunity to do it.
Mm,
And, it's all about in life doing what we want to do and, being ourselves. And as I say, we take this moment because one day in the future is going to be looked back on as the history of our future. So we've got to make the moments count, most importantly.
absolutely. Absolutely. I totally sometimes I do take a look back of myself as well, just to kind of, sometimes you kind of take that pause moment and say, okay, you know what, hold on here. Let me reflect a little bit back, see where I was, see where I started, and then you say, okay, cool. So you're on the right track. So it's a good thing. I am so proud to hear that from you. So keep it up. So bring it back to yourself. The country is back on, which is a good thing. Everybody's doing their own thing right now. Are you looking forward to go back on stage to do what you do best?
Absolutely. There's nothing like the buzz of a live audience. I don't care who says it, what they've got to tell you, but a live audience, the energy is fantastic. And
And,
throughout the lockdowns, it's been very difficult. But the only advantage I've had is it's given me a lot of time for personal and professional reflection. And I've
mm,
spent the time creating, writing a brand new show, which is called Believe. It's
okay.
all about happiness, positivity, and it's about inspiring other people. And if I can do that, and with all the problems that's going on in the world, people can come to my show for 1 hour and they can forget them while I've done my job. So that's something
Wow.
that,
Wow. That is such a confidence to say that, man. I like that. That's a
yeah,
good thing. That's a good vibe. So let's go into what the shows are coming up. When do you think the shows will be coming up anytime soon?
absolutely. Well, yeah, it's likely that it's going to be throughout the summer.
Okay.
It's likely that throughout the summer, I've got lots of things in the pipeline that's happening. And
Mhm.
actually, Chris, I've got an exclusive that I'd like to share with you today too, and with all your
Yes.
viewers, the
Yep.
millions of people that's watching this throughout the world, right? Right? I have been commissioned my very first television series from Sky,
No
which,
way!
yeah,
Woo! Good
thank
man
you.
yourself. That's a good news, brother.
So it's
Go
brilliant.
on.
I've been commissioned my first series, and it will be, late summer when it airs on television. I can't obviously yet reveal the channel and the fine details, but
Yeah.
if you stay tuned to the social media, everyone on the G Request show will be the first to know. Maybe we'll get a
Please
chance to chat
do.
again about that.
Thank you so much for breaking that into the show, man. That's what we want to hear. Positive vibe like yourself will come out to do what you do best and sharing this wonderful news. I love it. Dylan, thank you so much for coming on the show. But before you go, just one more time, let my viewers know what social media platform they can reach out to you and see your upcoming shows.
Sure. So if anybody's looking to see some magic and come along to see, in my opinion, a magic show that I don't think this country has ever seen, click onto my Facebook page, Dylan Murray Magician. Come and see the show, and it'd be great to see you along the way. And Chris, thank you very much to yourself, Robin, all the team for giving me the opportunity. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
being with you today.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Murray, for coming on the
Pleasure, mate.
show. Adelia Murray, thank you so much. My viewers at home, this is where we're going to wrap the show up. We don't want to give too much away, but look, go and support your man. He has so much coming up, and it will give you a good treat. Like you said, just for 1 hour, you forget everything all about you. That's what we talk about on the show. So stay tuned for the general question. So we're going to wrap it up. You look after yourself, and don't forget to subscribe to the General Question YouTube channel, and also follow my guests who are already on the show. And we want to wish you guys best of luck this week. Take care and God bless. Bye for now. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. I know we got to wrap it up here because we're running out of time. But look, don't worry. We have so much of this on our YouTube channel. But first, I want to say thank you so much to my very good friend Dalian Murray for coming on the show. Such a young, wonderful, bright man with his skills and talent, creativity, and this guy is moving from one stage to another. You can hear him. We're talking about some other stuff he's doing on television that's coming up very soon. I won't give you the date, but look, we keep that and keep an eye on it. And also he has some upcoming events as well. Go out there, support him, and be on his show. Like he said, if you stay on the show for an hour, you'll be thrilled about what he has in stock. So that's true, I believe it, because it is talent, it is creativity. Anyway, I have to stop here because I can go on and on and on and on and keep going, because this is what the show is all about. But this is where we're going to wrap it up for today. Also, thank you to the wonderful Dalian Murray for coming on the show. Wish this young man as well the very best in his future, in his career. For viewers at home, this is where we're going to wrap it up. Make sure you follow me on the Facebook, Twitters, on Instagram. And if you want to be part of the show, email my team, info@jrequestshow.com. And also subscribe to JRequest Show YouTube channel, because that's where a lot of stuff are coming in very, very soon. Anyway, this is where we're going to wrap things up. You take care and God bless till we come your way next week. Bye for now. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. See you soon. Take care. Bye.